In 2020, Cardano rose to $0.10 after falling to $0.03 in 2018 bear market. In September 2021, Cardano rose to an all-time high price of $3.10. Huge 30x gain by Cardano. If Cardano hit $100, many millionaires will be made. Will you be part? Do you think Cardano can reach $100? Today's video discusses all the facts whether Cardano can reach $100 or not, so stay tuned. Cardano, like any other cryptocurrency by market capitalization, has performed admirably over the years, surviving 3 bear markets and providing enormous returns during bull markets. Cardano has provided investors with a huge return on their investment over the years, despite the fact that it was launched in 2017 at a price of $0.24. Cardano has returned over 1,000 times to its investors. In the 2021 bull market, Cardano reached an all-time high market capitalization of approximately $95 billion around September. However, during the 2022 bear market, the market cap fell below $10 billion. But Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson, believes Cardano has the potential to reach much higher prices. He believes that many institutions are interested in Cardano, but these people care about good, usability, scalability, and others. And if they get one institution, this will lead to high adoption of Cardano. And the result? A rally in the long term.
The thing is, Fortune 500 companies, governments, real actors that are in charge of millions to billions of people, they care about standards, they care about safety, they care about reliability, they care about consistency, they care about interoperability, they care about good governance. You get one of these clients on board, you have 3 billion users. Meanwhile,
his argument appears to be valid, as evidenced by the increased number of wallets containing Cardano. In February 2022, the number of Cardano wallets surpassed the 3 million mark. Since December 2020, the figure has increased by 1,200%, from 190,000 to more than 3 million, following the Alonzo upgrade in which there was an increase in smart contracts. Cardano surpassed the 1,000 smart contracts milestone on January 27, 2022. We will discuss this better in the video, so watch till the end, so you don't miss it. But can Cardano reach $100 from its current price of $0.362? Before we answer that, let us look at the factors that affect the price movement of Cardano. Starting with macroeconomic characteristics, more importantly inflation and high interest rates. Cardano is highly pegged with the US dollar, so anything that goes on in the US economy also affects Cardano and cryptocurrency as a whole. When inflation in the United States economy is too high, the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States becomes concerned because the cost of living becomes unbearable for citizens as the prices of goods and services become very high for consumers. The Federal Reserve Banks then try to solve this high inflation by aggressively raising interest rates.
Well, let's take a look, because the Fed raises interest rates to combat high inflation like they're doing right now.
This is because they need to keep inflation under 2% in the near term in order to keep the dollar as the world reserve currency and to keep the cost of living low. So interest rates rise as well. When interest rates rise, the yields on government bonds and treasury bills become very appealing to many investors when compared to risk assets such as stocks and cryptocurrency. Investing and trading in the crypto market is difficult without the right information and knowledge. In view of this, we provide educational videos on crypto analysis, crypto forecast, and how to properly invest in the crypto market. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these videos. As a result, investors are forced to sell their crypto portfolios in order to invest in the risk-free market, leaving the crypto market in winter. Current inflation data from the US economy indicate that inflation remains high, implying that Cardano will not perform well in the short term. What about long term? This sends us to the second thing we have to consider. Usability of the Cardano ecosystem is the next important thing to consider as the factor that affects the Cardano price. The Cardano mainnet was launched in September 2017 with limited functionality, resulting in very low usability. However, over the years, Cardano has received a series of upgrades that have improved the platform's decentralization and introduced key features such as proof-of-stake consensus and smart contracts functionality. You may ask, what does these bring to the Cardano and how does it affect the price too? Soon in the video, we will discuss this. One such upgrade was the Alonzo hard fork, which aimed to make Cardano a platform on which developers could build decentralized applications, dApps, and even mint non-fungible tokens, NFTs. This upgrade saw Cardano reach over 2,000 smart contracts deployed on the Cardano network, surpassing the 1,000 smart contract milestone in January 2022. Charles Hoskinson is more concerned with scaling Cardano through usability because that is the only way for Cardano to achieve mass adoption, especially in this era where crypto is heading towards regulation.
So we have yet to see mass adoption. We have yet to see mass embracing. In fact, regulation's moving in a direction that we were now talking about things like, well, how do you do regulated DeFi? How do you do certified wallets or KYC AML on transactions? These types of things. That's where the V-Right standards are coming from and these other things. We kind of pre-built everything in that particular direction.
The Cardano project is now focused on smart contracts. For example, the next Cardano release, scheduled for early March 2023, will expand the set of built-in functions of Cardano's Plutus smart contract programming language. Support for ECDSA and Schnorr cryptographic signatures will also be added as part of the upgrade, making it easier to deploy cross-chain applications on Cardano. Cardano intends to increase scalability by improving Layer 1 and providing Layer 2 solutions that run on top of the Cardano blockchain. Cardano's Layer 2 solution will employ isomorphic state channels to provide a highly scalable platform that will rely on Cardano Layer 1 as the secure settlement layer for all Cardano blockchain activities. Cardano will become a blockchain that supports widely used decentralized applications while keeping transactions fast and transaction fees low if Charles Hoskinson and the Cardano community can implement Cardano's upgrades as expected. As a result, many decentralized app developers and NFT creators will use the Cardano blockchain rather than alternatives like Ethereum. This will result in widespread adoption of Cardano, which means that many institutional users will also join, contributing to an increase in demand for ADA, and as a result, raising its price because usability increases adoption, and adoption helps price rally. This brings us back to our question, can this push Cardano to $100? Let's look at this calculation. Cardano will have to rise nearly 3,300% from its current levels to reach $100. Cardano's market cap would be around $3.7 trillion at $100, which would be larger than the all-time high total cryptocurrency market cap, which peaked at around $2.9 trillion in November 2021, and also larger than Apple, which is currently valued at $2.34 trillion, and Microsoft, $1.8 trillion, and Saudi Aramco, $1.9 trillion. Cardano, like Bitcoin, has the potential to reach any market price, but $100 now appears to be difficult to achieve. Keep in mind that this is not financial advice to buy or sell Cardano, but rather a guide for your research. Also, before you invest in the crypto market, get enough education to prevent any unwanted loss. As Brad Henry would say, no other investment yields as great a return as the investment in education. An educated workforce is the foundation of every community and the future of every economy. In other news, Shibarium Beta is ready to be launched, and this will affect the price of Shiba Inu. Check out the following video on all the effects Shibarium will have on Shiba Inu price.